Welcome back, everyone, to our Making It Fun Career Mode series in NASCAR Heat 3. So we've got 2 races remaining until the playoffs start, and boy, is it getting exciting. If we come under season status and then standings, you can see that if we scroll down, we are in 20th position, and that's very important because you have to be inside the top 20 to make the playoffs, even with a victory. And you can see we have a nice little lead here over 21st for now, but of course, one bad race could really hurt us on that and push us outside the top 20. So we have to make sure that doesn't happen. But also, if we toggle the standings over to the playoff grid, then we see that we are currently holding on to that 12th and final playoff spot. So right now, if you look on the right-hand side of the screen, under Needs Wins, Tyler Reddick, Brandon Jones, Matt Tifft, Ryan Reed, Kaz Gralla, any of those guys win a race in the next 2 races, we're out. We don't make the playoffs. And what's even worse for us is it gets worse than that. So we go down to Kaz Gralla, then Ryan Truex, Jeremy Clements, or Ty Dillon. Also, if those guys win a race, then they would take over that spot from us, that final 12th spot in the playoffs, simply due to the fact that they're higher in points and we would all have 1 win. So we either need to get a second win to really cement our place in the playoffs, or we got to hope that one of those guys does not win and we're able to maintain the points that we have, because we're really at a situation right now where we're not going to really make up any more points positions. We're too far out of those in front of us to really make up a lot before the playoffs start. So right now, what do we have left before the playoffs start? We've got Indianapolis, which is coming up in today's video, and then we'll be on to Las Vegas. After Las Vegas is race 27, and that's at Richmond, and it is round 1 of the playoffs. So that's where we are for right now. Let's go ahead and prepare for Indianapolis. And we've got $117,000, and we're going to need that because we need to do some training. Just to give you guys a quick summary, here's where we are on our car. We're at maximum of 95 on the engine, 85 on aero, and 90 on suspension. Of course, Indy is all about aero and horsepower, so we're going to be down a little bit on those, particularly in the aero department. So we're going to be down on grip, which we're used to. And that's where we're going to find ourselves there. Now, if we come under employees, if we look at our 2 engine employees here, 11 and 10, well, obviously we need to do better than that if we're going to get up to 95. So let's go ahead and see what it would cost to do 2. That would get us up to 12. Let's go ahead and do that. And nope, not quite enough. I was worried that we wouldn't have enough to do a total of 3, and we're just going to be a little bit shy. This is where we could really use a truck race in here to help us out and get us a little bit more money. All right, so we're going to end up with a 12 and 11 on engine for right now. And if it's not already pretty obvious, let's back out to the main screen. We are going to have absolutely nowhere near enough money to start our own cup team at the end of this Xfinity season, which I'm perfectly fine with. And in fact, I really enjoy that. It really increases the length of time before you can be really competitive. The number of seasons you need to run and series you need to run before you can be competitive. But I did want to point that out. We're going to need probably multiple millions of dollars in order to start our own cup team. And obviously, we're going to be nowhere near that, as we're still trying to improve our Xfinity team, and probably will be next year as well. All right, so let's come in. We've done all of the training that we can do right now, at least as far as the engine goes. So we'll come under Adjust Work Plan, and we're going to prepare our Indy and Vegas cars. So our Indy car will be in bay number 1. So we're going to get up to a 92 on engine. And then we're going to put Millie and Lauren on the remaining 2 parts. And then let's get busy on our second chassis, which will be used at Vegas. Okay, so we're in good shape there. Let's go ahead and start that work plan. That'll get us up to a 92, 85, and 90 on the Speedway chassis in bay number 1. So let's back out of that. I think we've done everything we need to do to prepare for this race. So let's head to Indianapolis. All right, folks, it is race time here at Indy. So we qualified and we'll start just outside the top 20. So certainly not blazing speed. We're going to be down on both aero as well as horsepower, two things that are not going to be a good combination for us. So let's see what kind of speed we've got here in race trim. Again, we need to get up to the top 10. Going to be very short stages here. Only 6 laps here in the first stage. So our goal is going to be to make up as many spots. Oh, please don't do that, Jones. Right in front of us there. We had to get out of the gas. Now that's going to kill our straightaway speed. All right, you can see as long as we're in the draft, we're in better shape. All right, here we go. Going to have to get used to how much these guys are lifting, which is to say a lot. These guys are lifting a lot through the corners, which is good for us because it means then we can gain some speed on them.
5 to go. You got this. Still there.
I am almost completely out of the gas on corner entry there, which is not normally needed in the Xfinity car. All right, we've made our way up to 13th, so quite a few spots here early on in the race, in the first lap or so. And yeah, that draft is our friend, no doubt. Yep, completely out of the gas there once again. Let's see if we can get to the inside of... Oh, my goodness, see, go. Wow, that was weird. I mean, in turns 2 and 4 in particular, you don't need to lift. So these guys, the traffic is really playing a major factor here. And of course, people cutting each other off and heavy blocking does not help that at all. All right, so we're up to 13th. And now we sort of stalled out here a little bit, mostly because it's hard to get runs on these guys because they're lifting so much in the corner, and we just don't have the horsepower to stay with them and make moves on the straightaways. All right, let's see if we can get position.
Clear all around. Top lane 3, you're using it if you need it. Top lane 3.
Yeah, these guys are just not going as quickly as we need them to go to get through traffic. All right, I'm backing out of that way early. You can see I still didn't really lose any time to these guys. So we're just outside the top 10 right now. Let's see if we can work our way into that for at least 1 point as we're coming toward the end of this stage. Only a few laps remaining. Even just 1 point would be better than no points. All right, we had the momentum. Nope, he's going to cover that spot.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
All right, trying to... Oh, I was hoping the 42 car was going to go down there with me, and I was going to try to follow him through.
Outside, outside. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Yeah, the more I have to pedal it through the corners to stay off these guys, the worse it makes it for us on the straightaways. So we're back to 12th.
Stay on the bottom right here. Still there.
And again, I'm having to get all the way out of the gas, completely off the throttle on corner entry here, which is killing our speed. Oh, that also kills our speed. trying to push the 42.
Still there. White flag.
All right, final lap here in
Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
final lap here in stage 1, and at this particular point we are inside the point. So and now we're going to get stuck. Nope, actually I think we're clear. I can't really hear the spotter, so he's not very useful to me. We're up to 8th. All right, we're going to try to get a good run here. Yep, we're going to have a nice run on Nemechek. Can we hold it down the straightaway and pick up 7th?
That's the top 10 and that's
Oh, it was showing a 7th all the way to the line, and at the last possible moment, Nemechek pulls back ahead. Okay, so we ended up with a top 10, so we did pick up a few stage points there. No reason to pit here. So we'll go ahead and advance on to the green flag. So we'll restart 8th, and of course the bad thing about that is, as these guys are all over the place,
green this time.
the bad thing about that is we're on the outside. So we need to get to the inside, and we need to do it as quickly as possible.
Got one outside now.
All right, so I was able to squeeze in right behind Nemechek there. I was noticing that Ryan Preece was giving us a little bit of room there, which I greatly appreciate. All right, let's try to tuck into the draft.
Careful now. Still there.
We'll have to see how much more speed we have, how much further we can actually move up the grid.
Clear high, bud. Still there.
Yeah, these guys are really slow coming off of 2 and 4. All right, we're going to stick in here with the 42.
Top lane 3. You're using it if you need it. Top lane 3.
Have to be careful about getting down too low on corner entry. You get down on those rumble strips, you are in deep trouble. And of course, if you get into the grass, you're really in trouble. Again, just trying to use the draft as much as possible on the straights. And it would be nice if we were able to pull away from these guys behind us. Looks like I'm about to run out of gear.
Car there's on your inside.
Oh, look at that. Pulled our inside on corner entry. Wow. As slow as these guys are on corner entry,
Inside. Inside.
they were able to get to our inside. Now we're going to try to draft right back by them if we can. But we certainly don't want to be stuck out here on the outside any longer than we have to be. Oh, mercy.
Still there. Inside. Inside.
Okay, look at there. Just everybody's coming on by now. This is what happens whenever you're down on horsepower and speed and you have to get out of the throttle. Just not good. So we're going to have to back up and start all over again. Yeah, I think I tightened up the car a little bit too much
Still there.
versus the setup that I posted on the channel. I knew we were going to be down on grip and everything, so I knew I needed to tighten it up a little bit. And I think I might have tightened it up a little bit too much.
Hold your line. Stay up high. Stay high. Still there.
All right, you can see, I mean, I was in the throttle quite a bit there
Stay up high
and
here.
still was not able to make up any ground. In fact, lost ground to Matt Tift.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there.
Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit for rotation on corner entry. I need the car to rotate a little bit better if I'm going to have any shot at running this thing close to wide open. Just a little too tight to do that right now.
Wow, that's fast.
All right, so we've made our way back into the top 10, just barely. And these guys are fighting hard in front of us, which is going to make it tough for us to pass. And we're coming down to a couple of laps to go. Oh, way out of the gas there. That's the effect of the traffic. All right, no reason to pull and make it 3 wide. I will make it 2 wide, though, because I can stay in the draft here. And hopefully we can pull ahead of Reddick. Are you kidding me? We're not going to be able to do it?
Bottom lane's clear. Give it a skid.
Wow. Okay, that was kind of hairy going through there 3 wide. I thought sure we were going to be able to clear Reddick, but even with no help out there, that's the benefit of horsepower. All right, so we got about a lap and a half left here in stage number 2. You can see the huge run we get on these guys.
Still there.
All right, now here's where we're going to get burned. But how much of this can we hold on to? Ouch, little bump there. Apparently I wasn't giving him as much room as he wanted.
Come on, dig, driver.
All right, here we go. A big run. Can we get to the inside of Reddick?
All right, careful now. Still there. Car on the outside now, outside.
Look at that. He's just crushing us with straightaway speed. That is so frustrating. I mean, we had those guys. We had at least 8th right there.
Hang tight there, driver.
Oh, now they're going to get out of the gas and really hurt us.
Careful. Still there.
I'm trying to tuck in behind Allgaier as much as I can, but they're not wanting to let me. Look at that. They went right back by us. Oh, that is so frustrating. Makes me just want to strangle our engine builder. All right, so 27 laps of fuel remaining, 11 actual laps on the track remaining. So we're in perfectly fine shape. And as usual with this length race, we will not need to pit. So we're back in 10th and once again on the outside lane. And we're going to assume that's trying to warm up the tires and not these guys going nuts.
Hold your line. You got one inside. Hold your line.
Trying to see if I can get in front of Tift here.
Still there. Car on the outside now, outside.
Okay, we were able to work our way in there. Tift was trying to stay right behind us. But you can see all of that feathering of the throttle really hurt us.
Stay on the bottom here for me. Hang tight there, driver.
All right, so draft, please be our friend right here.
Get you to stay on the bottom right here. Still there. Still there.
All right, 4-car wasn't wanting to give us...
Stay low.
I mean, he stayed way out to the outside on corner entry, then he wanted to duck down, and we just can't allow these guys to do that. We're going to have to make up positions here,
Hang tight there, driver.
and also hope that one of those guys doesn't get their first victory that's ahead of us in points.
All right, careful now. Still there. Stay low. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, clear high, bud.
It's not enough that these guys pull down in front of me, but they pull down in front of me and lift, which is a double whammy because it takes the line away from us, and it really hurts our speed by causing me to have to back off more than I need to. I'm going to try to push Truex rather than pass him because I know I can't get to the inside of him with no help.
Wow, that's fast.
So at this point, I'm sort of boxed in. So I'm basically left waiting to see what the guys in front of me do. I can't pull out and pass on my own. So I'm left trying to see what I can do when these guys make moves. All right, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to back out of it. Well, yeah, I'm going to back out of it here. Because I do not... Look at that. Now the 11 car is going to act like he can't go down the straightaway. Did not want to be on that outside. That has not proven to be a good idea for us. So, all right, we got some folks coming up to visit us from behind. And this is sort of the comers and goers that the game artificially puts in with the AI. We know that's coming, so our goal is here just to get everything we can get at the end. All right, Truex, let's see, can we get to the inside? No, he's going to block. Yep, he's going to block us out of that spot.
Stay low, still there.
I was just sure he was going to come down and block us there. All right, so we're going to need everything to be perfect in order to make up any more spots at this point. Because we are a back half of the top 10 car.
Careful now, still there.
All right, we got a very nice run here, following in behind Nemechek.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, so now we've brought the 20. I believe that's the 20 car. Actually, might be Ryan Preece behind us. Either way, we've got company for the 8th spot. Again, this is the frustrating part. We are killing them through the corner.
Clear all around.
All right, we're going to stay behind, and we're going to push Nemechek here. Coming up, I believe, on what, 4 to go? Yes, 4 to go. All right, we're going to back out of it here.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
All right, so we're up into 7th. Certainly not a comfortable 7th for us. All right, we really need to be able to follow Nemechek through right here.
Still there.
All right, we really need the 21 to come out here and draft with us. He is not going to do it. Not that I would expect him to, but it sure would have been nice.
Outside, outside. Careful now, still there.
All right, so I'm being told that there's a car on our outside. I can't see it. There we go. I feel it now. They gave me a little love tap there. So there goes Preece right by us.
Outside. Clear all around.
Yep, pull right in front of me and then stop. That seems to be the AI way.
Hold this line here.
All right, we're getting right down to it. Last couple of laps here now.
Couple more
And we're going to fight hard for this top 10.
Still there. Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there.
All right, we could really use some drafting help here.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Clear all around.
All right, once again, we're going to try to push Nemechek here. Well, we couldn't even quite get all the way to him to push him. All right, so this is the final couple of corners. We find ourselves in 7th right now and looking for a way to pick up another spot or two.
Got one down low now. Got one down low to this side. Bottom lane's clear. Use it if you need it.
All right, we got to go to the inside here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Not quite. Not quite. We could have easily had a top 5 there with a little bit more straight line speed. So we're oh so close to being where we need to be. But a 7th place finish is really good. Let's let it run back to the top. I don't remember who won. I didn't see it. So let's see. Okay, Kevin Harvick, that's perfectly fine. I don't think that hurts us in the playoffs. But again, we'll find out soon enough. The big thing here, we made $100,000 in that race, plus our other normal payouts. That brings us up to $161,000 overall. We are able to hold on to our points position by a good margin. Of course, we're too far from 19th for that to really be an issue. But I am very happy with that. The fastest lap, yeah, we were no damage that we could do on that. No way we could get close to running fast laps. All right, so we'll certainly take the 7th place finish. That's about where I thought we could get. Again, right now we are a back half of the top 10 car at most tracks based on the strength of our car, but we bring home $117,000, pick up 2,300 more fans, and we certainly like that. That puts us over 70,000 fans. Let's see what...
Congratulations on the top 10. That was impressive.
Ty Majeski showing a lot of, well, blandness right there in that video. Let's see, Matt Tift, can I get an autograph? That top 10 was superstar material driving. Okay. Ty Dillon, once again, did not make it for picture day. And Tyler Reddick, I don't even remember getting into Tyler Reddick, but apparently we did at some point. Justin Allgaier, now I know we raced around him quite a bit, but we really didn't have major contact with anybody. So these guys are a little bit sensitive. Fortunately, we can apologize, and it really won't make that big of a difference. So let's go ahead and pick our incentive contract for the next few races. This is in the truck series. We're going to go to top 20s because I don't think we can get top 10s when we are simulating these races. And that's going to do it for today's episode. Another great race, another good race in terms of points for us. We'll come back next time, and we'll be ready for the final regular season race at Vegas. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we will continue our Career Mode series in NASCAR Heat 3.